growing up, I spent a lot of time with my grandparents. And though I didn't realize it back then, my grandfather was teaching me some valuable lessons about homemaking. One homemaking lesson that I learned from my grandpa was how to be frugal. And I learned this just by watching him. He was born in the 1920s and he grew up during the Great Depression, and he knew how to stretch a dollar. My grandpa was really good at shopping the grocery store sales. He would look in the ads every week and he would buy the things that were on sale at each grocery store. He would head to 2 or 3 different grocery stores every week to buy the items that were on sale. My grandpa was so good about cleaning up after himself. He really had some amazing homemaking skills for a man of his generation. He was from the greatest generation, and I think back then a lot of wives took care of most of the homemaking duties, but he knew how to cook for himself, wash the dishes by hand, sweep, and wash his own clothes. Today is my last day with my old stove, and to tell you the truth, I'm a little bit sad about it. I've had this stove about 22 years, and boy, we have been through some stuff together. I've made so many Christmas dinners and Easter lunches, and I wish I could keep this stove, but I know that I can't because it is kind of a fire hazard now and we have to keep it unplugged. I wish that I could have gotten it repaired, but they just don't make appliances nowadays with repairs in mind. It seems like they make everything disposable. And I really loved this color combination of the black and white, and you just can't find that anymore. Everything is going to stainless steel, and if I'm being honest, stainless steel is not my favorite. But anyway, the new stove comes tonight, and hopefully it'll be nice and safe and easy to use. I'm so glad we got to spend this time together today. If you're new here, my name is Jennifer. I'm a wife, mama, and homemaker. By watching him, I also learned that it's important to take a break and do some things that you enjoy. He loved watching his westerns like Bonanza, Wagon Train, and John Wayne movies. And he also loved a current show of the day, which was Dallas. If you grew up watching Dallas back in the 80s, leave me a heart emoji down below. And if you remember who shot JR, also tell me that down in the comments. My grandpa also spent time outside every day. He would come home from his job at the shipyard and wash up and then head straight outside to his garden, no matter what time of year it was. Oh my goodness, look what just jumped out of that container of flowers. Now I've got 3 little froggy friends out here with me that keep jumping out of these pots. So I've got a little update on our flowers. We've got some seedlings that have popped up. This bed is kind of sparse, so I think I'm gonna have to plant some more seeds in here. I planted some yarrow over here because it's a perennial and I wanted to keep it contained. I've never planted yarrow, and I'm so excited to see these little seedlings came up because the seeds are just so tiny that I didn't know if they would actually come up. And on this side, we've got a whole lot more seedlings. I planted zinnias and cosmos in a pink and white color scheme. Another thing that I learned from him was to take a coffee break. Man, he sure did love his coffee. He would make coffee in his percolator, and then he would enjoy a Debbie cake with it. His favorites were oatmeal cream pie or raisin cream pie. I remember how his coffee would make the house smell so good, and I would want to sit with him and enjoy coffee. The funny thing is, I didn't start liking coffee until about 4 or 5 years ago, and I think he's smiling down from heaven. So now it's the next day and the new stove is installed and I'm ready to do some baking. The first thing that I'm going to bake in my new stove are oatmeal cream pies in memory of my grandpa and his love of a good coffee break. Instead of using just regular vanilla extract, I'm going to get a little bit fancy and use this vanilla bean paste that I picked up at Costco. The most important homemaking lesson that I learned from my grandfather was that besides God, family comes first. Grandpa loved like Jesus loves. He was the father figure in my life, and he never made me feel unwanted or like I was in the way. He took up time with me even when he was tired. Even though he came from a broken family because his mother passed away when he was a little boy, and his dad remarried a woman who did not enjoy having the children around. He was such a family person. He was the rock. These are happy tears. He was the rock of our family. He was the backbone. He was the glue that kept us together. And even as a child, I could see that my grandparents did not have an easy marriage, but he didn't complain and he loved her anyway. First Corinthians 13:4-7 says, "Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud, it is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres." hope that you had people in your life who loved you and cared for you and taught you life lessons as well, whether it was a grandparent, an aunt, or a neighbor. My grandpa's been gone over 30 years, and yet I still think about him and the lessons he taught me nearly every day. As a homemaker, you have the power to leave a legacy behind as well. Whether you realize it or not, your family is watching you and learning from you. They see the love and the care that you pour into them, and I think that's pretty amazing. You have the power to leave a legacy behind. If you have a prayer request, please leave that for me down in the comments section. I consider it an honor to pray for you. And until next time, happy homemaking.